Hey guys, Tower Climber here. I hope my microphone is working because I've been having some problems with it. I think it is because it's showing you that it is. But hey guys, what's up? Wow, it's been a little bit. It feels longer than the last wait, honestly. For some reason, I guess it's just because I've been more busy than the last wait. But yeah, I really hope that this doesn't become a trend of me reacting to three chapters in a row. Um, because but whatever. The point being is that we're gonna be reacting to it, and we're gonna be reacting to chapters 9, 10, and 11 of Urek Mazino, in the short story. Um, so yeah, I kind of needed a refresher of what happened last time myself because it's been a while. I forgot, and I had a lot of things going on in my head other than this. The last thing I fully remember was the whole thing of like the guy with the ex leaving. Actually, before I even talk, I should probably check if I'm okay. Yeah, never mind. I can hear myself. Cool. If whatever happens to the mic keeps happening, just tell me in the chat. Okay. So basically, what happened last time it was that at the end of last chapter of chapter 8 was some stuff about maybe some followers of Pentaminum being in the tower, and the guy with the X that looks like Rue fled, and they're gonna be chasing after him. We don't know any more information about that. I remember stuff with not with Urek and the princess and stuff like that. Also, I can't remember much after that. These chapters will probably clear it up of what happened. Audio goods, no problem. Yeah, cool. Some more peaconting. uh, three full Evelyn chapters. That would be interesting, but nah. I wish it would be the case. Cool. Evelyn's one. I think Evelyn's is Evelyn my favorite character of the short story? Probably. She's probably my favorite character so far. Urek is behind her. I'll by a little bit, not by much, but I think she's my favorite character so far in this new short story. But I other than that, I can't like remember more key points of the last one. Predictions for this set of chapters. I don't know if Urek and Danjon are gonna fight in these three chapters. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, if like the pacing would work out with that. Maybe we get into the crown game. I don't know. Or maybe we either get into the crown game in these chapters, or we keep having more character stuff. Maybe we meet more of the regulars. Introduced in the second floor, and maybe get some. We can get some new lore probably. Maybe we keep following the followers of Pantaminum or something, or the ones who swallow the light and all that kind of stuff into what they're doing. But other than that, yeah, other than that, I can't really tell what is going to happen in these chapters, which is actually exciting for me. But yeah, without any further ado, I think that's enough talking, and we should actually get right into it. She's my fave so far, and pretty far. Who's your second? I think the princess is mine. If like you're talking about like overall characters, I think Urek has been my second favorite. But if you're talking about characters that are new, I think the princess is pretty up there. I actually do like Rohan a lot. Neo's kind of just mysterious for right now. I do like their explanation of Shinsu and what that brought. I actually wait, Danjon's probably my second favorite so far. Either he's second or third, but he's definitely up there. So it's maybe for me like it goes Evelyn, Danjon, Rohan, and slash the princess, kind of tied together. Lou is good, but I think he needs to develop more, and I think he's working up to being more developed, and stuff like that. Those are kind of like my little tier list things so far of like the characters that I like. But yeah, going into it, let's go. I'm hopefully in the right page. I am in the right page. Hopefully. He's some good comedy. Yeah. Let's go. Yep, I am in the right page. thank the Lord. Have been in the wrong page too many times. Okay. Interesting, very cool opening. We don't get a little thing that shows up. Yeah, we don't get a little recap, and the font is actually white and the screen is black. Are we going into a flashback from the beginning? Episode 9 of the Urek Mazino story, A Vase to be Filled. Interesting title. Very interesting title. I can't really think of what that's referring to. But let's keep going. Oh, so it's maybe not a flashback. Director Dan John, what's happening here? Rahab is pointing at the massive bang of Shinsu. Head director Rahab, I'm trying to figure that out myself. This enormous bang appeared out of nowhere. Oh, so I love Dan John's pajamas. And Rahab is actually the thumbnail of this one, so I wonder if he's gonna be doing some stuff. I didn't even think about like the thumbnail, because obviously I make the thumbnails myself, but like my friends who read ahead send me like a screenshot or something to put in the thumbnail, so they picked Rahab, so he must do something interesting out of nowhere. Again, Rahab's design is very simplistic, but the mask definitely is very detailed. It's actually I was gonna say it's like a Traumarai situation, but it's not, because Traumarai is very over designed. Like everything about him is very designed, and even his mask. So, but I do like Rahab's mask. All the Shinsu must have come from somewhere. I was talking last time. I do remember this now that they're talking about it. I do remember well, he's the director here, so it makes sense, I guess. Yeah. I guess the thing that I was talking about is that last time is that when Urek made this big bang of Shinsu, I questioned if it was actually Shinsu or if it was like the light, not only because of like the visual references, but also because because how they explained how Neo explained how to make a bang is through making a hole in yourself and putting the Shinsu from inside your body into a bang. But the thing is that Urek is from the outside and presumably wouldn't have Shinsu running through him. So what is he filling this bang with if not the power of the light? Like that's actually inside of him. We don't know. People, like the characters in this chapter, are obviously referring to it as Shinsu, but they don't have any reference to what the power of the light even is. So and obviously Shinsu can take the shape of light, but it wouldn't really make sense if they questioned it. But still, I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. No matter, I will de-escalate the situation. He puts his hand out. Have the others stand back. Yes, sir. I wonder how Rahab compares to because he's basically the Hansung position of this floor, and obviously Hansung. The thing about that is that Hansung was an advanced ranker officially in the tower, but his strength is that of a high ranker. He just refused to have that position. So I wonder if Rahab is an advanced ranker only, or if he's actually a high ranker. I just wonder, because I don't know, because it was specifically a Hansung Yu thing to deny the position of high ranker and be a head director. He summons these dark, very purple and dark Shinsu bangs around him. I'm guessing they're bangs, and it seems like he just throws them out onto the light. Interesting. So they like boom and crash into the light, into the massive sphere of this, and it looks like he summoned 4 of these to destroy this one bang. But it looks like it's working. Rahab yet to be giving me great vibes. He ain't Hansung. Yeah. I mean, Hansung was definitely also very mysterious and villainous in season 1. And I'm assuming Rahab is somewhat similar to like the villain or something because of all this darkness he's like doing, and he's also part of maybe a supporter of whoever the follower of Pentamnum is or something. But yeah, I don't know, but it seems that to be the case because he was talking to the other dude who was also part of the same group. And he has all these darkness powers. Yeah, but I wonder how he's gonna he's gonna be characterized. Yes, I just love this panel so much. I don't know why this panel of him being so happy. It makes me laugh. I think Urek is using the surrounding Shinsu, not any from him. Interesting. That could also be the case because there was 2 methods. The only reason why I thought that he was doing the method that Neo was explaining, because Neo explained both ways, like the surrounding way. The example we got was Bomb doing it. Bomb is the genius of Shinsu, obviously. So that makes sense, right? But the thing is that the reason why I thought that Urek was doing the other way was because Neo specifically explained to him how to do that in that way, like making the whole like poking a hole in yourself and then poking a hole in the bang thing. And then Urek said that same instruction and then did it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I thought that. Fight force with force, definitely. It disappeared. So the light disperses in all directions. That was amazing, sir. I knew you'd be able to take care of it. Rahab just keeps looking down at the light disappearing. A bang of that size doesn't simply form out of nowhere. Something must have caused it, but what? Oh, now we're cutting. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the ghost. I've completely forgot about the ghost ticket guy. You insolent little regulars, don't you realize the severity of your crimes? You're both sentenced to death. I remember watching Amy's stream of the chapter that he this ghost came into. I think I watched that stream. I can't remember because I can't remember actually if that stream was combined with chapter 9 as well. So I only watched the chapter 8 part of that stream, or I didn't. I can't remember. I obviously know that she reacted to chapter 9 already. So I remember that her voice for this ghost was hilarious. But yeah, sentenced to death. The ghost starts just acting like a JoJo character and destroying everything. Urek and the princess both evade its strikes. I wonder what this thing even is. Obviously the tower is random and weird and all that stuff, but most things have an explanation. I wonder what this thing's explanation to be is. Maybe you scare off the ghost with a pair of cherries. Okay, so they're both sliding back, and the princess kind of puts her needle out and says, "Come." Her speech bubble even changed. Urek looks at her surprised. "I am an empty vase waiting to be filled. I call thee, lost and wandering, to flow into my vessel." Oh, is this the thing that was mentioned before? The possession? The Gisli talked about? before. So this is actually the possession. To flow into my vessel, O spirit of water who dwells within the 16th river, lake, not river, who dwells within the 16th lake. It looks like Shinsu is kind of entering or like flowing far downstream the river. It looks like Shinsu's surrounding her. This is very interesting. We have had things with souls, like obviously Inixian weapons have souls, and also like white and all that kind of stuff with spells. We have a bunch of spells related to souls. I wonder if this is also a spell. This possession thing. It's not like actually just Shinsu, it's like specifically a spell that she's using to be possessed or something. Oh, this is a great panel. The Shinsu swirling around her needle and around her body. Yeah, it just looks like Shinsu's like swirling around her form. Hello? She leaps forward, I'm guessing. And the Shinsu is following her. I think we got one for him. I won't spoil it. Oh, the ghost, I think that's what you're referring to. She leaps forward. And then she just... It looks like she's thrusting forward. With all the Shinsu swirling around her. Oh, and did she actually pass through him? It's a little unclear because like they don't show the ghost being speared through, but it looks like the ghost form here. She turns. Nice. She's full of surprises. I like her. Oh, and he still looms. Oh, come on. It's still not dead. Okay, so that didn't, like, it just passed through him, but it didn't kill him. I didn't think it was a spell the first time I read it. I just assumed it was some ignition weapon. But that makes more sense. Yeah, interesting. Because ignition weapons also have souls in them, so it kind of is like a form of possession. In some like way, shape, or form. Like the only other possession we've really seen is from the 13 months. And obviously she doesn't have a 13 months. Especially to 13 months, because that's the only way the possession thing really happens to the princess. But this seems more like a willing possession, more than like a forcible one. So that's why I kind of thought it was a spell, because the 13 months, the reason that even happens also is because of a spell that Jihad placed into it. So, in that case, I'll throw a few punches of my own. Urek readies up his fist. And Enkidu. Enkidu is also a type of forceful possession. Enkidu, I didn't think of Enkidu now that Enkidu is also a forceful possession. But, I mean, yeah, that's also a thing. But it's more like a parasite. You know, if you want to think about it, also Heljo is a possession. Like the Rethris possesses Heljo's body. But that's again more of a parasite. So you could think of Enkidu kind of like a parasitic possession more than like a spiritual possession. You know what I mean? Like a soul-based possession. Because I don't really know how that works. Because Bellerir wasn't able to get possessed. Like fully. And the Gororo was still inside of them some way, somehow. So I don't know, it's weird. Urek just rushes him with a bunch of punches and just goes for a sweeping kick that again looks like it tears apart its form, but I don't just give up and surrender. Yeah, it doesn't actually forcibly like damage him. So I really wonder, like, again, I wonder what this thing is. Because it can be damaged, like even Urek isn't damaging it with its punches. Urek seems to be dodging its attacks. It yells out, "Well, that didn't do much. You fools! I am a doll carefully crafted in the workshop to be filled with Shinsu." Interesting. So it's like, God, I remember the names of those things. It's like a Japanese doll that it doesn't fill with anything, but it's like one of those things, kind of like a charm to not be like, I don't know. Again, it's weird. I've seen it in another anime, so I knew the name of it before, but I can't remember it now. Point being is that it's like a doll, and then that doll becomes filled with Shinsu, and that's really interesting. So this is another workshop creation. The workshop just makes everything. But yeah, that's so cool. Enkidu was also created by the workshop, by Mick Seth. So, I mean, it's no wonder they could make something like this. Rookie regulars like you who can't even form a bang don't stand a chance against me. So I wonder what, like, it says specifically, like, who can't even form a bang. Would that be able to damage it then? Because it's still just Shinsu, like a doll with Shinsu. And the princess was using Shinsu before, so I don't know. Don't stand a chance against me. Why does everyone keep going on and on about Shinsu? Urek is getting pissed. Give me a break, I'm still learning. Yeah, it's a workshop creation. I could probably take it down with my light. Another reference to his, like, outside power, my light. But I don't want to reveal all my powers just yet. Interesting. We also, again, kind of learned last chapters that Urek's powers are actually being suppressed some way, shape, or form in the tower. Like, his light apparently was dim, and Urek said that his powers were slowly returning to him. Obviously he's implying right now that he can use his powers, and we got a little taste of that with the whole Danjon thing where the Shinsu was reacting to his light. So he's saying that his light is a power system that could destroy this thing, or could probably destroy this thing that's filled with Shinsu. Very fascinating. You know what? Maybe the Shinsu will actually cooperate this time. He clenches his fist. Okay, how do I do this again? I have to form a bang and fill it, right? Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, he's repeating it. He's filling it. Like, again, it doesn't, right in here, it doesn't say, like, he's filling it with his own power or, like, with the surrounding Shinsu, but, like, it's kind of implying that he's filling it in the method that Neo explained it to him, how to fill it. So he's filling it, and then the bang from outside just forms again. Rahab looks surprised. Impossible. The bang. It looks even bigger than before. Reappeared. Head Director Rahab, it's back. Your order, sir. He's looking down on it. It looks like his aura is flaring up again. It's basically saying its form can only be harmed by Shinsu, I believe. I kind of understood that, but basically, like what the doll said, but it was weird because it seemed, at least, like the princess was also using Shinsu to attack it. I guess she's not using enough Shinsu. It's weird. Did you hear the theory Ghost? Did you hear about the theory that Ghost is V's dead body created by the workshop? Do you think it holds any weight? Okay. So here's the thing. Before, like, when season 3 started and Ghost was reappeared, I actually did, like, almost completely buy into the theory that he had something to do with V. Right? Head-On gave Ghost to Rachel as, like, a protector. And I'm guessing Head On knows about V's relationship to Bomb and a lot of other things that he he knows, right? He just knows a lot of stuff. So maybe that's like the thing. I don't know about him being created by the workshop, like Ghost being created by the workshop, but it could make sense because Ghost is kind of seen like Bomb had a line about Ghost in The Cage where he talked about Ghost being like the devil inside of him, like a similar creature. And we like I've speculated a theory about is that the way devils in the tower are created is because of the workshop, and devils are really just like parts of administrators slash guardians that the workshop are able to separate with the separation drug. So maybe, yeah, that's possible. Maybe Ghost is a creation by the workshop. They gave it to Head On, and you know, but it being part of V or somewhat related to V, I remember saying to somebody, maybe it's actually V's dead body, but the spirit or soul of V is inside a bomb. So again, it could just be V's body being used as like a base for for this like devil creature that the workshop created. But yeah, it's very interesting. Ghost is a very interesting character. I thought she was only enhancing her body with Shinsu in that attack. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's again, it's weird. Again, we don't have like a clear explanation, but it looked like Shinsu outside of her form. And normally Shinsu strengthening, like your body becomes stronger, but you don't really have Shinsu flowing around you. At least how it's shown in the manga, like when Lilial used Shinsu strengthening or body reinforcement, her like muscles grew, but you didn't really see Shinsu flowing. As you could always change that, but still. Hansung knows a lot. When Data Hansung saw Bomb, he thought of V. Yes, definitely. Hansung knows a lot, like a lot about whatever this is. He also has connections to blood matter in some way, if that lore is still consistent, which I think it is because of what he told Tromrai. I miss Hansung. The thing with immortality, yeah, basically what I just saying about blood matter. This is my territory. So he just releases more dark Shinsu. There is nothing here that can define my will. Rahab should probably talk to the Guardian or the ruler of this floor, who I don't know who the ruler is, but at this point, because it's not Evankel. But nothing here can define my will. You have two beings. If you want to count three beings, technically, because if you're part of Jihad's system, Jihad also controls you to some extent. So, like, you have three technical beings that are above you in this floor only. So, all the other regulars kind of fall. I don't know why Rohan just falling kind of flatly makes me laugh. What the hell's going on? We see all this rumbling and wobbling from what's happening outside. Urek grunts. I think the captain of this ship needs to brush up on their skills. I'm about to hurl. And and in that moment, she doesn't miss a beat. She goes again to leap and try to strike this the doll, the ghost. She slashes through. I told you, it's no use. He like back fist her. She blocks it barely and gets thrown back. Wow, it actually crashes into the wall. It starts laughing and looming over her. Just let me devour you regulars. If you don't get your tickets back by 12:30, you'll be disqualified from the test anyway. You know, this is why I hate officials who are obsessed with following the rules. She grips her needle. The head director offered me a chance. The test director offered me a chance to take his ticket fair and square. Why, weren't you listening to the last 10 times I told you? Oh, her Shinsu looks like it's going like pink now. You damned ghost. Whoa. This is a great panel. Oh my goodness. That panel's great. All these like Shinsu leaves, pink Shinsu leaves coming out of her. That looks really, really good. Her design's great. Her design's amazing, and like her Shinsu stuff is so cool looking. Urek looks surprised. Roletta Red or Rolata Red. I could be butchering that. I think I'm butchering that. I don't know why. That's the only way I can like picture that word in my head. Or Roletta Red. It's again probably butchering that. I don't know why. The spirit who dwells in the middle of the fifth river. Oh, so she said something about the river. What? Let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I completely didn't really catch what she said before. Spirit of water who dwells within the 16th lake. It's far downstream the river. So she has, possibly from this, maybe she has around, like at bare minimum, 16 different things that could possess her. Interesting. Now it looks like she's coating her blade in Shinsu. Yeah. Now it looks like she's coating her blade and kind of her whole body in this new type of Shinsu from this new spirit that she's being possessed by. The middle of the what? Again, this looks sick. What kind of trickery is this? Why do you suddenly feel so different? Interesting. She's a big fish now. That's a very interesting line. Actually, I think I got spoiled on this particular line. I think it's because of the princess video. I want to say it's because of the princess ranking video, where I ranked this princess, the Urek Mazino princess, last on the list just because, you know, it makes sense. She's literally just started her climb at the point we're seeing her, and no kind of feats should be able to make her go up from that, just because like that's how the lore works in Tower God. And you know, Anak is like a C rank regular, she's an F rank regular. That's kind of just how it is. She's and again, like if the lore is consistent, she's gonna just at this point of her climb, she's just the weakest type of princess we know of, so that's why I ranked her the lowest. And there was somebody who said that they don't think that she's that low or something, and they said because Urek called her a big fish or something, so like Urek respects her. And my rebuttal to that, I didn't know what he was talking about, but my rebuttal to that was basically like, Urek called Danjon weak, and he's calling this princess a big fish or something, a big fish now. Does that mean that this princess now, because in Urek's eyes, Danjon is weak and she's a big fish, does that mean this princess could beat Danjon? No, it does not mean that at all. Maybe she has more potential than Danjon, that makes 100% sense, but she can't beat Danjon at all. That's coming from her own statement that she can't beat any of the rancors, obviously, and she literally got hurt from Danjon laughing in the first stage of the floor. So yeah, that logic doesn't really make much sense. Again, it just probably means that she has more potential than Danjon. And Urek respects that. And also, Urek was talking about her last chapter in relation to every other regular. Obviously, she's stronger than every other regular except for Urek in this floor. I am the wrath and madness of the river. Again, these panels are sick. She points her needle up to the sky. One that stains the flowing water crimson. She slashes. And it looks like she tears through. Oh wow, she actually sliced through his forehead. Damn. That reminds me of Sukuna with Jogo from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's like, what? She cut me? Oh, and she's just walking like a badass forward. Spirits, huh? Interesting. Dude, this has to be a spell. You're right. It's like you gave the floor test and Dorsey the Green April. She still won't be Quant. Yeah, that's exactly. And the thing about that whole thing about Quant and like in Dorsey is that, I mean, she would do better with the Green April if she fought Quant than like Naramata. But the whole thing about that is that literally Quant had zero Shinsu to use offensively because he already wasted it, and even that amount of Shinsu that he wasted wasn't that much. It only really allowed him to do like techniques like the black fish technique and stuff like that, and reverse flow control like a few times, or even one time, I think. So like again, like the princesses are physically around the level of a ranker without Shinsu, but a ranker with Shinsu, it's no contest. Like that shouldn't be debatable in my opinion. So again, a princess definitely has more potential than like a ranker like Danjon or Quant, but that doesn't correlate to the here and now, right? So, and that shouldn't really be used. Urek's statement shouldn't be really used that literally, just because Danjon is weak in his eyes and she's like a big fish in his eyes. That shouldn't mean anything really, because logically it shouldn't. But that's impossible. She's only a rookie regular. Like the Black March was able to kill on the floor dust. She must have the same spirit in her or something. Interesting. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The yeah, because the thing about the Black March and the whole, so that was Yuri being stubborn. She could have she could have just ignited one of the 13-month series and still killed the residents of the Floor of Death. Because the 13-month series are known as the ultimate spell weapons. They have the strongest spell on them, which even Guardians can't like bypass or something. So that's kind of like so that's the reason, because their immortality on the Floor of Death was through a lesser spell than the 13-month series. So yeah, but it makes sense that if this thing is a possession, that she'd be able to harm him, who just started climbing the tower. Stop! I received your complaint, and I'll process it right away. I know you got that special mission from the test director, right? But you have the wrong ticket. The one he has. is the ticket you want. The very first ticket you took from another regular becomes yours. Okay. So he's saying that the first ticket that she ever grabs is the one that needs to be hers. You just need to swap tickets and neither of you will be disqualified. Thanks for telling me. She again leaps forward with her Shinsu still activated. And she slashes through him, but it's 5 minutes too late for that. Urek stares back at her. She stares back at him. I believe we still have unfinished business. This panel's great. I just love how Urek is looking back at her and like the glowing of his eyes. Hand over your ticket, Mazino. You have to do this whole song and dance again. Personally, I thought this would be more of a peaceful exchange. Not particularly. You'll be disqualified and I'll proceed to the next test with your ticket. Like I said, you're my prey. I do really like her eyes as well. Urek immediately just swings on her. Swings his arm back. She's able to react to it. And she tries to throw her needle down, and he catches it with his hands. It looks like he's just grabbing onto it. And you see like the Shinsu from the blade. Is this Shinsu? The strike kind of keeps following through, and it crashes the ground, and he leaps back. Come on, you know how to use it too? I'm really starting to feel left out here. Somebody teach me. Or someone teach me. I like this panel. This is really funny. It's like, come on, even you can do it. Who can't use Shinsu in this floor? That's really funny. You talk too much. She slashes again. There's something unusual about this power. You can't keep this up forever, I'm sure of it. He's talking about her possession. She's got that classic stubbornness, yeah. But waiting for it to pass isn't an option if I want to get my ticket back. What a mess. I don't want to use my true power on her though. Then that only leaves me with one option. It's interesting. To me, it's kind of interesting that Urek doesn't want to use his light powers. Not the reason why I say that is because Urek, I know this isn't Shinsu, and I know this could have completely different rules of how it works, kind of, and we don't know the full extent of his powers. Obviously, he's probably doing it because he doesn't want to harm her, because it just seems like he doesn't want to do that, really, to at least like a lethal extent. But the reason why it's weird for me is because Urek, this could also be attributed to Urek being young right now, but at least younger. But Urek basically, in current Tower God, Urek is like the best at manipulating Shinsu, like almost in the entire story. Like Urek is the pinnacle of Shinsu control because Urek is the only character that we know of that could particularly specifically use percentages of his powers to a point that he can again, he has percentages and he can also do that in specific body parts. Like he can regulate his Shinsu out so well. And it's interesting that he can't do that with his original power. Like he can't because, what I mean by this is that Urek did use Shinsu against Bomb in the 22nd floor, but he was able to literally control it so well that he didn't kill Bomb. He bloodied him up pretty badly, but he didn't kill him. And obviously, if he used even 1% of his power, he would be able to destroy anyone like Bomb at that point. So he had to control his power to a ridiculous amount to not kill Bomb, but he isn't able to do that here with his original power. It's not like a writing mistake. It's just really interesting from a Urek like perspective of like how skilled he is at this point and how skilled he will become. Keep trying to use this damn Shinsu. He takes like a stand. Even more than Blossom has the best Shinsu control. I guess what I mean to say is that he has the best Shinsu. Not the thing is that I see Blossom as different from Urek, as she has the best control, like flow control. Like she is able to even manipulate the acceleration of Shinsu to where she can like specifically like destroy 99% of a floor just by accelerating the Shinsu. At least in like blog posts, lore, and stuff like that. So like she has the best flow control, but like in terms of controlling his power, I'd say Urek has her beat, because again, he has specific control over that much, like how much power he's using at any time. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Can Danjon do the same? No, not really. Like Danjon, obviously all rank, this is the thing, is that obviously what I'm saying is that all rankers and all people that are great at using manipulation of Shinsu are able to limit their Shinsu down to a very small amount. You know what I mean? And they're able to do that. But Urek, the difference is that Urek's power is so... The reason why it's more impressive for him is that his power is so gigantic compared to somebody like Danjon's. You know what I mean? Like Quant could also, again, limit his Shinsu to only one bong or something on the second floor. They can do this stuff to go up against regulars like Love did and all that stuff. But again, Urek, the reason why it's impressive for him is because Urek is literally the 4th strongest in the tower, in rank at least. And presumably the strongest irregular in the tower. So the fact that he can do that, like limit his power and still use a Shinsu technique, the Scorching Fist of Death, while limiting it to such an extent that it didn't kill Bomb, that's impressive. Like you can't take that away. That's super impressive. So it's kind of just like a matter of scale for me of how much he's able to control his Shinsu down. Urek, again, it looks like he's actually forming, or like the Shinsu's gathering in his hands. Come on, work. The Shinsu bang explodes outside. Head Director Rahab, it's still down there, sir. It's still there, sir. Look. I think it's getting even bigger. Rahab looks down at the orb. At the bang. It's approaching the cruise. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, his control is amazing for how strong he is. Yeah. I just kind of wanted to explain that because I do understand that, like, even normal rankers can limit their Shinsu to compete against regulars. So I just wanted to explain, like, my thought process more. Like, Urek is just so unbelievably strong that it's impressive that he can do that. To that extent. It must be headed toward something inside the cruise. But what is it? So the bang is actually flowing into Urek's palm now. Or at least that's what it seems like. Yeah, it's flowing now into him. Or next to him. It worked. That's really cool. It's a really cool panel. It looks like a star. Urek grabs it like in the palm of his hands. My bang! He's so excited. Are you seeing this? I finally got it. I'm a Shinsu master now. She kind of like dots and looks at him. Again, I love this like pink plants that she has. Congratulations. It's strange though, the way it keeps getting bigger. Huh? That's weird. I don't think that's supposed to. He's distracted. Happen, and she takes that moment of hesitation to immediately leap forward again. Damn it! And wow, that's cool. Obviously, Urek is like mainly punching, but like that's cool. He grabbed the little orb that he had in his hands and crushed it in his fist, clenched it in his fist. Whatever, I'm going for it. This is a great panel. This is a really good panel. You get to like see the Shinsu seeping into the ship, specifically where it is. Rahab looks at him. Insignificant, insolent bugs. Calm down, Gusting. But yeah, he does. He calls them bugs. Will not allow any living creature on this ship, or even Shinsu. He summons more of his dark bangs to defy my authority. Sir, an attack like that will destroy the cruise. He crashes into the thing, and it looks like it's crashing into the room that they're about to have the clash in. Urek looks surprised. She also looks. Oh, and she didn't stop her strike, but he dodged the strike. And instead of hitting her, he like moves his body and fist towards the darkness and strikes it. And now she slashes past the other direction. Oh, did she actually cut him? There's looking blood, or maybe just it looks like blood. So she slashes past, and it looks like she's also trying to hit the darkness. Both of them are there, trying to keep it at bay. Oh, it was a strike. Like, blood. Just blood on your cheek. He steps forward. It looks like the orb actually stopped. Hey. What the hell was that? They look on to Rahab floating in the sky. What's the Shinsu? Oh, this is the thumbnail. Flowing toward you, regular. This is a cool panel. This is a cool panel of Rahab. I like the background a lot. Yeah, I think so, yeah. You got a problem with that? Come down here then. Oh, and that's how it ends. Damn. Urek just continues to antagonize any ranker that approaches him. Interesting, very interesting. I like this chapter. I liked what it did with the whole possession thing, like the discussion about spells and stuff we had, and other interesting stuff. But we're gonna go right into the next chapter. I wonder if Rahab will. I don't know. It's weird because he told Danjon, like, if like a regular antagonizes you and you lose your cool, make sure to end it or something. But like, I wonder if he can be antagonized by Urek. But I don't know. So we're just gonna skip all the recap and stuff like that. Urek knows how much energy to use against Bomb is a much further gap than people think. Imagine you punch an ant without taking its life. Yeah, basically, literally. That's a great comparison. It's such a good feat for Urek's control that I think is overlooked a lot. Like you said, that idiot Blossom accidentally killed like nearly everyone on that floor. Her control must not be the best then. The thing about the whole acceleration of like controlling of that specific particular feat is that it comes from a blog post, and then we got in the story the whole thing with her flames, like Blossom's flames, and that's what killed a civilization. We don't know if those two things are the same events or if SAU retconned that whole blog post statement to be then that scene in the manga. And we still don't know any context behind that, why Blossom even did that, like why she killed that whole civilization. We really just don't know anything about it. But I think just saying because of that incident with her Blossom's flames that her control isn't that good is a little ridiculous. Just because we don't have any context to why that happened, you know. But again, episode 10, the Queen of the Net Dolphins. The Net Dolphins. We're getting into we're gonna talk about the Net Dolphins? What is this, season 1? Damn. Alright. Cool. You want me to go down there? I'm afraid that won't be possible. After all, you are not worthy. Okay. The Rahab does, from his characterization, really does give me like a middle school, you know, I don't know what you mean, like a middle school, like edgy, you know, like saying things like you are not worthy, or like his darkness powers and his whole thing, like his mask even looks like something from like it looks like very edgy type of thing. It's really funny. Okay, but okay, buddy. Oh, this one's real good. Okay, so let's see what this chapter has in store for us. I love their reactions. Something I praise every single time we watch we do one of these streams to the Urek Mazino story is just the increased use of comedy panels. I love it. I really do. And like a good amount, not only a good amount, but also good use of comedy panels. Like there were some comedy panels in season 3, but it was just, and they were good, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't hit like the Urek Mazino spinoff does. Remember your place. You're only a regular while I'm a ranker and the head test director. Abide by the rules if you wish to see this test to its end. That's a shame. I thought I'd be able to rile him up. That weirdo must be the biggest fish here. From what Urek has seen, yeah. How could I get him to come down? And it looks like the bang keeps shining and growing still. And it booms. It's really interesting because again, this Shinsu or whatever it is seems to have a mind of its own. Like Urek does increase it by filling his Shinsu or stuff, but it seems like it does have a mind of its own. It even talked to Danjon. So again, that's another reason why I don't think it's purely Shinsu and it has to do something from the outside and the light powers, is that it actually spoke to Danjon. I've heard people compare Rahab to some character from Kaiju number 8. I love Kaiju number 8. It's really good. I've been enjoying season 2. But what like, I mean, maybe he looks like Hoshina, but Hoshina's like that, like that's not his personality at all. Like Hoshina's so fun, and not edgy at all. It's weird. Like, I guess like again, like that's the only character I can think like design wise that he feels like can personality. I don't know. It makes more sense for Urek to be more comedic. Guys, the strongest that doesn't have anything to take seriously. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but still. I do hope that some of the comedy panels, maybe not to the extreme of this side story, but I do hope some of this comedy panels does bleed into season 4, just because, just for some like difference in the art style, you know, like differences in the art style and how it's like presented. The vice and only the visual look. Got it. Well, if it comes from inside him, the Shinsu maybe includes his thoughts. Maybe, but again, we've never had any precedent for that ever in the story, I think. I don't remember. I mean, souls are, again, maybe a form of Shinsu, but like, again, even then, like, it's not like White takes a soul and then the soul like talks or something. It's weird. So like, I don't know. That's why I think it can only be Shinsu. What the? It's happening see, like, Urek doesn't even know. Like Urek isn't doing this. Like, something is doing this to, like, forming this bond. Like, he didn't do that actively just now. Head director Dan John. I'm guessing this is a mistranslation. The ship is about to be overwhelmed by the Shinsu. Everyone, it looks like all these people on the ship start following. Someone help! Shoot! I'm not trying to destroy the cruise here. How do I control it again? Like this? That didn't do anything. I see. He lacks any control over his own Shinsu. Come to me! What an insolent and reckless fool. He produces another dark bang. And this time it seems like oh, that's cool. That's a cool, like, way. He looks like he's expanding it with his arms, growing wide and making it bigger. This is also another really good panel of in general. He looks like he's engulfing it with his own Shinsu. Huh? Oh, that's also cool. Like, it's like a bigger, it looks like a bigger planet, kind of just like engulfing this sphere of light. That darkness, consuming the light. Hold on. This almost reminds me of a pentamenon. The powers of the ones who swallowed the light. So Pentamenom's followers. So he's comparing Rahab to that, which, again, I don't think he's a follower of Pentamenon. I think he's a follower of whoever. I think he's like helping whoever is a follower of Pentamenon, who is also in the tower. The light of the Shinsu is fading. Ooh, I dig this panel. It just looks, the colors look so cool. Like the particle effects and all the stuff in that looks great. Him in the middle. Even the greatest talent is useless if it cannot be harnessed. In this tower, you are nothing but an In this tower, you are nothing but an inexperienced rookie. This is also a really good panel. Damn. Urek Mazino. I don't understand. He shouldn't have that power. He's not one of those who swallow the light, is he? So Urek should know these people. Like Urek should know the followers of Pantaminum, as he knows Pantaminum. So he's looking at this dude and he's like, this isn't one of these guys. But why does he have that power? Very, very interesting. If he has anything to do with Pantaminum, I can't afford to mess around anymore. This is the moment where Urek gets serious. Like, now he's locking in. Like, before he was like, oh, this is just fun. I'm the strongest one here. Who cares about any of this? Like, with his overarching goal to be leaving this tower or finding Pantaminum in the tower. But now he's like, if this dude is connected to Pantaminum, I'm locking in. Oh, and Rahab gets a call in his pocket. Your Highness, the ticket inspection will conclude in a few minutes. Have you reached a decision yet? She goes down to her boot. I suppose we have no choice but to swap tickets. Really? You mean it? Don't get too excited. This isn't an invitation to become allies. When we meet again on in the next test, I'll be sure to disqualify you. Go for it then. He chuckles. I'm planning on getting you on my side, so we can have our meeting with Jihad. I'll be seeing you around, yeah? So now we get both of their goals, both of their stuff from this whole interaction they had. Interesting. It looks like a door is creaking open. Urek enters the room and Neo's just there, chilling. Do they not have a bed or something? I don't know why, it just makes me laugh how Neo is sitting down. It's unusual for you to look so serious. Is something the matter? Neo is also very mysterious. Like Neo looked at Rue and he like said damn it or something, and then he walked away. It's weird. I wonder how he's connected to all these people. Constipation, perhaps. No, that's not why I was sitting in there. Pooping is one of my few talents, okay? God damn it. Pooping is one of my few talents. God damn it. Shinsu. He looks down at his hand where the Shinsu he gathered was. No, he was assigned as the head director for the position testing, if I remember right. Oh, the Andon thing? Maybe. I don't know. Domain expansion. No more games. Do you think Pantaminum and Hedon look alike? Kinda. Yeah. I kind of compared that when I reacted to the first chapter where we got the whole Pantaminum look. I said that he could be a situation where like the eyes are inside the mouth, kind of like Hedon. I don't think they look alike, but I think they have similar characteristics, maybe. Like, that's the only thing I think they have alike. The pointy head, I guess, yeah. Neo knows he's in the Matrix. Hey, how can I get better at using Shinsu? Think it's possible to be stronger than, let's say, the head test director? Did you have an encounter with the head director? Something like that. Neo rises. I advise you to refrain from antagonizing him. Huh? You know him or something? Of course, he's the head test director. I think Neo is more related to Rahab than just that. Or at least they know each other more than that. Anyway, if you're looking to get better at harnessing Shinsu, you should find a mentor. Someone second only to the head director on this cruise. Urek looks at him. A mentor? Oh, wait, the following day. The wave controller training grounds. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get Baskerville? Good morning. Baskerville also was absent. I think, if I remember correctly from last chapter, he was also absent. Like, they didn't know where he was. They tried to contact him because, like, he's, like, the best wave controller in the ranker aside from Rahab. So, like, they were trying to get him instead of Rahab. But he wasn't also on the cruise. So, it's very interesting. I don't know where he was. Like, that's another mystery. Good morning. Today we will continue yesterday's lessons and practice creating a bang. I really do love Baskerville's design. Just prim and proper, but just a dog face. Everyone like sweating around him and you're just there. Mazino, since when were you a wave controller? I'm actually a fisherman, sir. Oh, goodness. In Baskerville time, let's go. Yeah, he wasn't on the cruise. Yeah. A fisherman? What are you doing here, then? I realized I had nothing left to learn. Confident, shameless, from that ugly director with the ugly hair. God damn it, Urek. The fisherman training grounds. What? My training went over there inside the what? Mazino, you're dead. I love Dan John so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the princess is in the class. Makes sense. Every princess we know of in the story is a fisherman. Even Mashini. Mashini's also a fisherman. She's just really good at spearbearing too because she's from the Gun family. But her official position is fisherman, kind of like Ran. Got assigned as a fisherman. Just wait, Mazino. I'm coming for you. So he's a fisherman too. This should be interesting. Oh my goodness. I'd imagine the princess is wishing she ditched. Yesterday, Baskerville celebrated holidays among the puppy. Good. Scout training. Oh, so we got to see Evelyn. Please. We got to hear a little bit about her training before. I don't want to touch it. Oh, such a cute dog. Gisli is just kind of like tempting her to be an anima because she's from the Lopobia family. Come on, this is just ridiculous. You come from the finest lineage in the entire Lopobia family. Is she connected to Robodon? That's immediately what I thought of. Like, is she part of Robodon's branch? Like, that's the only thing I could think about. Like, the finest lineage in the entire Lopobia family, that's either Kirin or Robodon. The only other thing I can think about is, like, she's a direct descendant of Tromrai. Like, Tromrai had a child with somebody, and Evelyn is that direct descendant. And she's part of, like, the main family or something. That's the only thing I can think about, other than Robodon. Because that makes too much sense. Like, she even has greenish, blondish hair. Like Laura and Loeb. It's interesting. Then tell me you're going to throw away your potential to become an incredible anima. Repalista isn't a fisherman, but Repalista is not climbing the tower. I will concede that I think that if she does become a regular, that she would be a light bearer, obviously. But she has not climbed the tower. She's not officially given a position yet in the tower. So yes, Repalista is not a fisherman, but she's also not a regular either. She just hasn't climbed. So she doesn't have a position to be filled. But yes, she probably would be a light bearer. But all the princesses that we have seen in the story, um, are most likely fishermen. But yeah, I can't see Repulus as a fish again. The same thing. Repulus. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Repulus technically ain't any position yet, so she hasn't started climbing yet. There you go. I'm sorry. It just 3 Repuluses in a row just really, really made me laugh. Those are your potential to become an incredible animal. I don't care about my potential, okay? I'm not going to touch any animals, and that's final. Again, she said something about breaking animals or something. It's so interesting. Her thing. You're the daughter of the branch head of Lopobia. Okay, so she's not. She's not. It's comfort like that confirms she's not Robodon's kid. So a branch head, it has to be Robodon, right? Again, the finest line in Lopobia. That's Robodon. And it just makes sense to how she looks like. And she's the daughter of the branch head, so she's the daughter of Robodon. I'm guessing Robodon. Again, this is, they're not saying Robodon, but like I'm guessing she's a daughter of Robodon. That's so cool. Your potential is unmatched. I know it. She's just holding up the very cute dog in her arms. Give me your hand. Is Garam surely a fisherman? I mean, we've never really gotten her position like in a text bubble, but I'm guessing she is. Like the only time we've seen her fight is like with a needle against the ghost of the 13 months. I mean, she used spells, but sorcerer isn't officially a position in the tower. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because I think someone... Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello, I am back. Sorry about that. Normally I don't leave in the middle of reactions, but had to do something. But yeah. Where were we? It'd be pretty cool if that's the case, though I hope that doesn't spell Evelyn's doom being Robodon's kid. I guess. I mean, I don't think it would really affect anything. I mean, just that we never really seen Evelyn in the main story. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think it ruins anything. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to check my mic again because sometimes it glitches out when I come back. Give me your hand. It just takes a few tries and you'll get over the initial hesitation. I said no. She puts her hand out to pat the dog. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. She brushes her hands. Oh, wow. Immediately the dog eyes start glowing red. And she looks... Gisli just looks horrified. Like, what? She's like, what the heck? It leaps towards Gisli. Like, maybe to attack. Wow. That cut. I'm not gonna... Wow. Poor dog. Oh my goodness. What in the world? And you just see Evelyn sobbing. She just keeps crying. Very fascinating. It's really interesting that we got a Lopobia who makes creatures like feral just by like touching them. It's so interesting. She's walking. Evelyn. Rue and Rowan are walking back, I'm guessing, from their class. How'd your training go? Evelyn's scared of anima. Evelyn is scared of anima. Iwa is scared of flames. What's next? Are you being afraid from swords? That's funny. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. She actually does remind me of Iwa now that you say that. No, like she has some traumatic experience with her own great family power. I'm sorry, Rue, but I'm exhausted. I'll see you later. Wait, no, literally, not officially of the trope. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna see you later. Oh, I wonder if something happened. Who knows? We all have one of those days. It might be better to just let her be. I see. She sighs. I guess I'm just worried about her. I wish there was some way I could help. She goes to her room and cries in her bed. Following day, Light Bear training grounds. Oh, and we see this dude, the Popodao dude. Interesting. This one has some real potential. That's true. I didn't even notice that he was doing 3 lighthouses. I think we were talking about last stream about Shibisu, if he could be a light bearer or something in the 2nd floor. And someone went back and saw that like most light bearers were controlling 2 lighthouses. I always remembered most of them controlling 1, and then Kun controlled 2 because he was better than everyone else. I guess I just got that wrong, but this dude's controlling 3. That's impressive. Because I'm sure no one controlled 3 in season 1. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, aside from Lero and stuff like that. Can we see one character from Blood Matters? Jeesh. Yeah. The only character. I mean, hey, man, don't talk to me about that, because I'm literally the Tupari dude, and literally the only family that we haven't gotten in the story so far is the Tupari family. Not even the name drop of that family in the story yet. I'm the Tupari guy. At least the Blood Matters have one dude who's like a distant relative, but still, they got one character. That's more than the Tupari has gotten. Yes, in season 1, I remember 3 regulars. 3 regulars in my house: Kun, Rachel, and Leron. Yeah, Leron 3. Kun could only control 3 thanks to Beta. This guy's skilled. Kun could only control 3 cores because of Beta. Very, very different distinction. Kun could use 4 lighthouses ever since the workshop battle because he used a quadruple cube lighthouse flow control against Reflejo. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to clear that up. Kun could control 3 cores specifically because of Beta. Beta is not required for Kun to use lighthouses. Beta is only required for Kun to do a core because it's illegal for regulars to do that, or something like that. Like, it's not possible otherwise. Oh yeah, and Kun only used 2 lighthouses in the hide and seek game. No, Kun used 3 lighthouses in the 20th floor. If Prince could use it, then Kun could surely do. Yeah, Prince also could do 3 lighthouses, on the 20th floor and above. So, yeah, Kun could definitely do. Kun used 4 in the, and then later used 6. Some part of the Hell Train, he used 6 lighthouses. I know that for sure. But I don't know. This one had some real potential. Spear bearing training grounds. Rue he can hold up the spear this time at least. He throws the spear, good form, and he actually looks like he's gonna hit it, and he does. It's +10, so he probably hit like the lowest target, but still he hit it. It's better than before. He couldn't even do it before. I did it. Oh, this is a cute panel. Rohan and Rue embracing. Rohan's such a bro. We just skip past his first chapter, the first chapter of him trying to kill Mazino in his sleep. All is forgiven. It's the tower. It's really brutal. Rue's getting better, yeah. We have Heidi in the back clapping. Scout training grounds. We see Evelyn still crouched. Fisherman training grounds. The princess obviously just beating everyone. Beep. Game over. Is Mazino even gonna show up to any of these classes? Your Highness wins. I mean, Her Highness wins. I love Dan. He's so over the top with everything that he does. Wave controller training grounds. So we're gonna see some of Urek's progression in Shinsu. If we have grudges over every ally who tried to kill the protag in the past of TOG, well, that would be a very long list. Yes. To be fair, yes. I want to know about the scout training. 100%. I do like the scout position, and I wish it got a little bit more than just the Evelyn stuff. But I do feel like the scout training, like if I were to do like a D&D or something, and if I had to show each room, I think the scout training would be the most difficult to show, like what they're training in. Like the only thing I can think about is like observer stuff, and past that, I don't know, maybe sneaking around, maybe doing stuff, maybe, again, because we don't really know. Even in season 1, the scout position was the one that got the least kind of like stuff. The only thing we got about it was the test of like the friend list, and stuff like that. So again, I don't know how I would even try to present the scout position in, like, I would have to do like a whole separate section of like something completely different. I don't know. It's weird. Probably gonna look out in bad situations. Just a man in the scout training. It's to create a friend list. Yeah. Oh, we see a new character. She has a cool design. And we see Baskerville smoking his pipe. Oh, and we see Urek being able to control it better than before. He's not destroying everything, and it looks like doesn't look perfect, but it looks like the orb is getting somewhere. The bang. Finally. Impossible. Just 2 days ago, he couldn't even create a bang. That's such a cool, actually, I don't know if that's a reference, but if it is, that's a really cool reference to Bomb. Because Bomb, again, was able to do Shinsu generally in like the palm of his hand when Laro explained it to him, but then it took him 2 days, specifically 2 days, I think they mentioned in this second floor, for him to create a bang. And Ren was like, dude, that's incredible. Like, that's amazingly skilled. I think I mentioned that before because Neo created a bang faster than Bomb. I said that, and somebody was like, "No, he didn't." But specifically creating a bang, yes, he did. So that's cool. That little reference. I think that should be a little reference to Bomb's progression as well. This shouldn't be possible. All the Shinsuke spilling out. From all the smoking devices, I think the pipe is one of the one that has the most style. 100%. I do think a character with a pipe is always cool. I always go back to Moro from Hunter x Hunter. He's my favorite example of that. Whoa. Oh, that's sick. Oh, okay. We gotta stop. Sorry, I know I'm stopping at every panel, but this is sick. He's using his smoke from his pipe as his Shinsu. That's so sick, because the thing is that I have the reason I think that's so cool is because I actually have a character in OC in my channel lore or whatever you want to call it, that his name's Fonsical Dakon, and he's somebody from the Fonsical family, and he literally uses smoke Shinsu exactly how this is being used. That's so sick. Like he has a ignition weapon, not an ignition weapon. He has a compression weapon called Goblin Smoke, and he smokes it, and then Shinsu he uses that smoke Shinsu to do stuff, and I think that's such a cool idea. But now we have an actual canon character that's doing the same thing. Oh, that's sick. The smoke filters around the exploding bang to control it. Is that sorry. Let's zoom into that. That is a doghouse. Why is there a doghouse? I mean, I know Baskerville's a dog, but still. That's just a doghouse in the background. It's not often to see a regular with so much power, but you can't control it at all. Right? That's what I'm saying. Speaking of moral. Oh yeah, speaking of moral. Literally the same thing. So cool. I wonder if Jin Sung Ha could do that. Oh. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if he can smoke a cigarette and use Shinsu like that. That's a cool idea. What was that quote Ren gave? It was such a good quote. I don't remember the quote specifically, man, but it was something like, it was basically hyping up Bomb. It was saying that, it took me 2 years to create a bong, and everyone called me a genius, and it took you 2 days, or something like that. It was something similar to that. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. Yes, but I may be able to teach you how to use this power of yours. Really? Thank you, Mr. Dog. You may call me Mr. Puppy. I'm not that old yet. I see. Thank you, Puppy. It's Mr. Puppy. I love this. I love Baskerville. I'm very much enjoying him. Could he be one of the few adored by Shinsu itself? That's such a interesting line, because we do know that's actually a thing in Tower God, like a concept in Tower God. In the original story, Han Sung-yu mentioned it to Bomb when he was teaching him the Shinsu loops. Han Sung-yu told him that there are people blessed by Shinsu. Bomb is from what Han Sung has seen. Bomb is like the most blessed by Shinsu or something. And then he mentioned Calvan and Jin Sung in that same conversation as their Shinsu blessings. And then he said, like, Han Sung-yu put himself like a level below those 3 individuals in particular, in the sense of they're more blessed than he is. The night before the crown game, And like Bomb was like the number one of the blessed people, even above Jinsung and Caliban, obviously. Attention all regulars. The cruise is scheduled to arrive in the next test site at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please gather in the lobby by 9 o'clock. Gotta add Mr. for respect, yeah. Once again, the cruise is scheduled to arrive the next test site by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh, this is the princess team? Like is this the team of the regular that she took the ticket from? These are some cool looking characters as well. An all-female team. So let me guess their positions. She's a fisherman. She wasn't in the fisherman class. So is she a scout? She might be a scout. But I was thinking the other character could be a scout too. Huh. Because she's not a fisherman. So she might be a scout. Because scouts are supposed to be like the front lines of a team. And maybe she's a light bearer? Or, yeah. Because I don't think I saw her in any of the other classes. And I think we saw the spear bearer classes. I don't know. Please gather in the lobby by 9 o'clock. Oh, now we see Team Urek. With Urek, Neo, and Rohan. Hey, princess. They walk past each other. So, in terms of matchups, I think it'll be obviously Urek, princess, Rohan, this buff girl, dojo girl, and Neo and this other long-haired girl. That's kind of just how, from the designs, how it seems like it's gonna play out, if that's the case. Or they're gonna have a big team battle or something. Hope you're ready for a crushing defeat. Right back at you. Inside the cruise, head test director's office. What? This is completely different from what I was told. Head director Rayab. Now that's just an exaggeration. I simply chose to increase the difficulty very slightly. Surely you don't expect the regulars to defeat the Queen of the Net Dolphins. Queen of the Net Dolphins. We see them. Is this because we know the Net Dolphins, and I don't remember if the thing that they were funneling all the fish into was actually ever called the Queen of the Net Dolphins. I think it was just like called the Net Dolphin Mother or something like that. So I don't think they ever referred to it as a queen. Even rankers don't stand a chance against that thing unless they attack in teams. Ooh, so this thing is being built up as really strong. Is that deceit I sense from you? No, sir, I wouldn't dare. Using the Queen of the Net Dolphins as the final trial? This must be some kind of sick joke. So I wonder what happens if... let me just keep reading, because this is interesting. Unless he's planning on killing off every single one of the regulars. The floor test habitat of the Net Dolphins. Oh, we get to see the Net Dolphins again. That's so cool. I didn't ever... man, I would never think we'd see the Net Dolphins again in Tower God. That's such a cool reference. They look so good in the new art style. But they still look so simplistic. I like that. Like... we just see a giant foot crushing down. The Net Dolphins dashes away, scattering. So there's ginormous foot. Whoa. Queen of the Net Dolphins. Wow. This is just the person with long hair and the little necklace thing that the Net Dolphins have. Like, she has that all over her as like a skirt, I guess. I don't know. I do like the design though. It's like a dolphin face and like, or a horse face, and with these like fin things, or like, I don't know. Wow. The queen of the net dolphins. In the updated style too. Nope, it was the queen. In season 1, the thing was called the queen. I don't remember ever it's saying the queen of the net dolphins. I don't remember that being ever a phrase in season 1. I definitely remember the net dolphin mother. Let me actually. No, I'll do that after this chapter. But after this chapter, let me search it up, because I am sure it was called the mother or something. Oh, you see the crown floating. Is the crown game gonna be taking place in the same location as the final Guardian test in season 1, with all the net dolphins and all the other things here? That's interesting. The queen kind of goes down and just looks down at the crown, trying to see if he can poke it. Inside the cruise ship, regular quarters. Damn, Urek. Just buff, just coming out of the shower. There's a thing from his pocket. Attached is the location of our final battle. Come prepared to die. Dan John. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't actually read that. It was just very small on my screen. Damn. I remember they said Bomb and Rachel going to be eaten by the queen. They also called the net that carried them the queen net. It was definitely moving the crown towards itself. Much better place to hold the crown game. I mean, maybe I don't know. We only have the other crown game to compare it to, so I don't know. But damn, I mean, it's interesting. It makes it not a copy of the original series, but still. Attached to the location from Bird to Die. Okay, I could have just scrolled down. But whatever. What is this? A love letter? You can be so adorable. Well, I'm looking forward to this test tomorrow. So we're actually gonna see the at least maybe the start of the fight tomorrow. Not tomorrow. The next chapter. My first real fight with a ranker. Oh, and the queen actually put the... Oh my god, so what's gonna happen? The queen actually puts the crown on her head. We see Dan John. That's a great panel. Dan John is looking over a mountain. This flowing hair in his armor. We see a bunch of splashes. Looks like blood. Oh, we see the guy. This is the dude that the other dude was chasing. They said his name, but I forgot it. It's like I completely forgot his name. Wow, yeah. He looks like, yeah. It's the same design and everything. He's bloody and it looks like he has somewhat longer hair. Okay, and that's the end. Wow, okay. Now we're going into the final chapter of this one. It's called Crown Game 1. This one doesn't have a recap. The guy who wears X shirt. Yeah. Okay. Alright, final chapter. And final predictions. Maybe we get to see more of that X guy we just saw right now. This says Crown Game, so I'm guessing we're going to start the Crown Game. I don't know if Yurik. I don't know what Yurik's gonna do, if he's gonna abandon Neo and roll on to go fight Danjon. I really wonder how this chapter is gonna go. But let's just get into it. The day of the crown game. Yurik is running through. He's just running, and oh, you get to see this girl, the girl from the fisherman class, and she's running with like a beverage in her hand. She trips. Oh, meow. What the? I forgot she said meow last time. Oh, the meow girl. You okay? Phew, that was a close one. I'm all right, thanks. Thank you. I just wanted to give you this, and we know that she's like using Yurik to like climb for her or something, basically like a Rachel thing, but like in a different way, like through trying to seduce Yurik. That's for me? Really? Thanks, I appreciate it. Isn't this free for everyone though? So, enjoying your morning run? Oh yeah, I don't feel alive until I had my morning workout. I mean, with how jacked he is, makes sense. That's impressive, honestly. I admire your dedication. Thanks. You see, I've always been attracted to men who are fit and muscular. Oh, goodness. I love how bad she is at doing this. Like, purposely, I'm guessing purposely bad at doing this. I don't know. Like, how bad she is at this whole thing. But it works on Urek. It really does. That makes it more funny to me. Gosh, I can't believe I said that. And she dashes away. Yeah, she trips over again. God damn it. God damn it. It does work on Urek. Urek just starstruck and blushing. Meow. Who's this dude? Who's this dude creeping in the back? That drink, it should have been. What's happening? What is happening? Wait. How does this chapter come? Why is this chapter going like this? Like so hard from the start? What's happening? The drink, it should have been mine. Who is this incel looking dude? This should be mine. I'll make you pay for taking RU from me. Okay, her name's RU. Or something. Yeah, RU. Yeah, I guess that's how you would say that. Who is this dude? Where did he come from? Who are you, dude? This dude just lurking in the background, trembling. A mega simp appears. She was 100% going for the acid and little bump around the corner trope. 100%. Oh my goodness. And Yurik fell for it. I can't believe it. Yurik just keeps running. Chat, is that a penguin? Is that a penguin? I think that's a penguin with a squid attached to its back as a backpack. Is that a penguin? I just need to confirm if I'm still dreaming. I think I'm still. I think. What, you don't remember him? I'm sorry, I missed the part where Happy Feet was in the Tower of God universe. To call a character, are you remind me lyrical joke. A penguin? can't look at this face. I can't. Can I help you? The penguin can talk. What is this chapter, dude? What? Okay. Headshot. And it just attacks. It just goes on offense immediately. Goes to attack Urek. What is happening, my guy? What is this? Am I reading Tower God? What is this? What is this? I know he may blend into the background a bit, but don't laugh when he finally speaks now. Yes, this character blends into the background. Why am I surprised? We had a plastic bag human in season 1. Why am I even surprised at this point? I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm a regular, like you, just like you. Show some respect. I didn't know a penguin could become irregular. Why not? Why not? Even a talking alligator could. I can do it. No why, but I just imagine Rack somewhere in the future, or I don't know how old Rack is. Maybe somewhere in the tower at this point is sneezing. Anyway, let me enjoy my sunbath in peace. Shoo! What a cute penguin. What is this? This tower just keeps getting more and more interesting. What? Dude, is this? Let this chapter just be this. Just you're running into... If this is how SIU introduces every single regular that we haven't seen yet, just by Urek just strolling along and just finding them randomly in his run, that'd be so funny. Just keeps, and that's the whole chapter, just keeps getting more and more interesting. Oh god. He's still running again, running a hero. Huh? Is he sunbathing too? Oh, the Pope out dude. Fighting for justice. In Ancient's blood. So SAU outright stating this guy is a ancient has said in Ancient's blood. Talk about Rack, or are you talking about the penguin? I'm so confused. Are you talking about the penguin? Maybe the penguin is a native one. Oh, you talk about because he mentioned Rack? Because he mentioned the alligator, he's basically confirming that he's also a native one? Guys, we're losing the script. we're losing, maybe, you know what? Maybe he's an ancient. Maybe he's gonna be the most powerful person in this floor test. Who knows? Oh my goodness, I can't. We are losing the plot second by second. What is that? Some kind of cartoon? The Champion of Virtue. It's an animated series. The strongest hero ever. Hoorah! God damn it. With these 3 lighthouses, you can create an ultra immersive viewing experience. I love how this dude has the talent in the second floor to control 3 lighthouses, and what he does with that great amount of talent is to watch a series better, basically just watching it in 3D. What is happening? I feel like this is going to be the phrase of this chapter. I've been wanting to try it out. Hoorah! Oh my goodness, this dude. It's based on a popular comic. Never heard of it? How'd a comic with such a cheesy name become popular? God. Ultimate Warrior. Is this how Urek gets Is this how Urek gets the scorching death fist or whatever? Please tell me that's the reason. And if that's the reason, I will love SAE for it. That's so tacky. You couldn't pay me to say something like that. Hurrah, I am the super ultimate warrior. You couldn't pay me to say something like that. Oh god. Urek, if you only knew, you'd say that kind of stuff over and over again. Oh god. Hey, I know exactly what you were thinking. What's so tacky about it, huh? No, I don't think it's tacky. I bet you think I'm a weird nerd who needs a life. Well, yes. Oh god. You think I should be ashamed for reading comics as somebody from the esteemed Pobedal family, huh? Dude, that's so funny. Like, you guys were talking about the Iwa and Evelyn thing, about a Jan afraid of flames, a poet Lopobia afraid of animals. And you said the REA thing, but now we have a Pobedal that reads comic books instead of reading real literature or whatever the hell. Like, instead of reading normal books, he reads comic books. That's so fun. Not at all. I love comic books too. There are those who don't consider comics literature, which is stupid. Very much stupid. It's just dumb. I mean, it's a form of art. Also, just like literature. It's just a combination between art and literature. It's literally that, and I will literally never have a debate about somebody like that with someone like that. It's just like not worth it at the end of the day. Don't mess with the penguin one day. He will teach Jumbo martial arts. Alright, buddy. Those are Pobedal that's scared of geek stuff. Next coon scared of schemes. One day we will just find a nice coon that doesn't backstab people. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. To be honest, I do the same. Also, Pobedal. Who dat? Grr. Oh, Urek, if you only knew. You would constantly have beef with the leader of the Pobedal family, and he'd constantly get on your nerves in the future. Attention all regulars, we'll be arriving in the next test site shortly. Please gather in the lobby. Alright, they're all there. And we got Baskerville. I was like, who's that on top? Good morning, regulars. I'm Baskerville, mentor of the wave controllers and director of this test. So he's going to be specifically the director of this crown game. In a moment, you will embark from the cruise and proceed underground in teams where you will be tested. As for the test itself, you will be competing in a game called the Crown Game. Dun dun dun. What the heck is that? I should have known. You know something about this game? Interesting. It's an ancient game, once played by King Jihad and the heads of the 10 great families, to choose their leader during their ascent of the tower. That is sick lore. That is some sick, super cool lore. Jihad and the 10 family heads played this game. And they played the crown game. The first ever crown game in the tower was between Jihad and the family heads. And they did that to choose their leader. Jihad wasn't just originally the leader coming into the tower. He actually won the position of leader by winning the crown game. Oh, and that makes sense why it's the crown game. Oh my god. So many connections just popped into my head all at once. But yeah, yeah, he was literally the king of the crown game ever since they started climbing the tower because they played the crown game. That's so cool. That's such nice lore. I mean, it's like not really that consequential, but it's just cool to learn. That doesn't really mean anything, I think. I don't know. But that's such a cool, like, thing to learn. That was Jahad's first crown. So that's the official history. I think that's also just, I don't know why they would hide that. I mean, like, the only thing they would hide from that is the Arlen and V participation. But I think that's the real what happened. Like, the 13 Warriors played the crown game. I mean, I hope that's the case because that's sick. Because I don't think that, I mean, I know John and the Tengri family stuff, like, they makeshifted history or something to their own whim, but I don't think there would be any reason for that to be changed again, other than the fact that Arlen and V were part of it. Yeah. Oh, a Eurasia that's scared of sleep. Just a very, very awake, like coffee all the time Eurasia member. That's funny. Simply put, the contestants fight for the crown, and whoever holds it at the end wins the game. You'll be given the details once you arrive at the site. Now, please follow the instructions and embark the cruise. They all step. Danjon looks on, arms folded, trying to look mean. There's always the small details that may be the most important, though. I doubt we'll ever return to that moment. I don't think we will ever have a flashback with the original Crown game. I think it's just fun lore. But I don't think there should be any reason for SAE to include that and not be a thing, like that happened. And I think that's just fun, like a really fun way to spin the Crown game and be like, oh yeah, Jahad played the Crown game and he won the Crown game. And that's why he was the leader of the group, because we knew that he was the leader. V called him the leader of the group. That's so cool. Even Edwan called him the leader. Like, he said, Jahad was clearly our leader, but V, whatever. If I had to choose the king for the tower, it'd be V. That's the whole sentence thing. I can tell he's itching for a fight, honestly. He's kind of growing on me. I do really want to see Nanchon in Wokai Song for some reason. I just think that's a fun image. Damn, I want to see the 13 Warriors crown game. Would be so interesting. Yeah, it'd be so interesting. I wonder if they divide themselves into teams of 3 and maybe like did they divide themselves into teams competing against the crowns, or was it like a full-on like battle royale and everyone fought each other? Like, if there were teams, who was in Jahad's team? Maybe Tramrai and Han or something? I don't know. That'd be cool. I don't know. That sounds so cool to me. And I don't know. I know we're probably never gonna get it in the story, but it'd be a cool flashback if we ever did. The Crown Game site entrance. Well, one would have been left out if there were even teams. That's true. Yeah, that's true, because there's 13, so one would have to be left out. Yeah, that's yeah, it's true. I mean, if teams of 3, yeah, because there wouldn't be possible for there to be enough people in a group. So it was probably a battle royale that Jahad like won or something. Yeah. Geez, I can't even see the bottom. Either that or just one of them didn't want to be the leader and just chose to sit out. I could imagine Tromrai doing that, actually. Tromrai didn't want to be the leader. He'd just be like, I'm just here chilling. I don't want to be a leader of you guys. I'm out. I just said Tromrai because he's like a Jihad loyalist or whatever in the present day. You can't even see the bottom. You want us to go down there? Welcome to the Crown Game regulars. This is section 7 of the floor of test, the habitat of the net dolphins. But you'll also find creatures that prey on the net dolphins or simply coexist with them. Refer to your pockets for more information on each species. Oh dude, are we gonna get to see like the goblins? The goblins, like those leeches from season 1. Gonna get to see the bowl? I don't know. It's weird. We have so much possibilities now that the Crown Game is in this test site. Now I'll provide a brief overview on the rules of the game. This is the crown, and the throne is and this is the throne located at the center of the testing site. Your job is to find the crown, put it on, and sit on the throne. So this is pretty similar to season 1, although the crown and the throne look a lot more detailed, obviously. Once you're in the throne, the team's timer will start. If another team takes the crown and throne from you, your timer stops. The 5 teams with the most accumulated time accumulated will move on to the next test. If there's a tie, both teams will advance. Wow. Okay. So this is different. This is not a sole winner. There will be 5 teams with the most accumulated time. So it's yeah, wow. So it's different from season 1. Like the season 1, it was like the whole reason they even did the Crown Game was like to have an extra test to make sure that, well, the reason behind it was because they kind of wanted a reason for Rachel, Ghost, and Endorsey to just pass because of what happened, because of Quant's bad testing stuff. So they wanted the reason, and they thought that they were going to be the winners of the Crown Game. But the whole point was that whoever won the Crown Game in the original story would have not had to take any more tests and just gone on to the next floor immediately. And it was optional. It wasn't like a test you needed to take if you didn't want to. It was like completely optional. No one needed to take it if you didn't want to. But the team holding the crown and throne at the very end of the game will pass the test as the final winner, regardless of accumulated time. So, if they just sit on this throne and the timer to the end of the game stops, then they pass, even if they've only been sitting there for like 1 second or something. Interesting. Okay. So 5 teams, accumulated time, but if the last people sitting down are going to win automatically. The test concludes at 7 in the evening, 9 hours from now. Damn, that's a long ass time. If you have any questions, just go down there and see for yourself. All right, cool. "9 a.m. The Crown Game begins." I mean 10 a.m. I said 9 a.m. 10 a.m. Sorry. I'm still not sure about this. The Crown Game is meant to be held indoors with no outside interference. Oh, so this is out of the norm. Like, normally it is supposed to be held indoors and not outside, where things can interfere. Sure, the net dolphins won't pose much of a threat, but what if a Shinwei, like a bull, appears? Or, I just completely skipped over that. They said the bull. Or the queen grows angry. So the bull and the queen of the net dolphins are seen as like the strongest on this site or something. Interesting. Fairly simple and no Shigatans. fairly simple and no Shigatans will be had surely. 100%. No, nothing like that will ever happen. Cough, cough. Urek and Danjon going to have a death match in the middle of the test. I'm sure the head test director has prepared for every possibility. He probably put something in place to prevent the dangerous ones from entering the test site. As for the queen of the Net Dolphins, she won't go after the regulars as long as they stay out of her territory. So she's not really an aggressive Shinwei, like, unless you enter her territory. Like the bull, like, actively hunts down, like, anything. Which shouldn't be anywhere close to the throne. Well, the queen currently has the crown, so I think that's wrong. If I'm being honest, the head test director makes me a bit uneasy. I've heard the rumors too, but I doubt he'd go as far as to kill all those innocent regulars. Right, where's Danjon anyway? Hey, take a look at this. I forgot his name. This, Ferde? Or something like that? The Library instructor. I just located the crown with my lighthouse. And it's smack dab in the middle of the Queen's territory. Damn. Yeah. What? Yeah. What is the head director even thinking? The site of the crown game. Didn't expect there to be so much water down here. Well, you get in time. Yeah. My shoes are all wet now. We have Neil hopping over. Hey, anyone got an extra pair of socks? These random characters, okay? Why? So you can just think them up with your disgusting feet? Damn. This character literally just appeared and just started roasting. Come on, what happened to spearbearers helping each other out? Oh, so he's a spearbearer. Interesting. Did we see him in the class? I mean, I need to go back to those chapters. Good luck, loser. You too, loser. Alright, cool. So, they're chummy. Let the crown game commence. From this point on, you may kill each other if you wish. And Rohan looks shocked. Oh, a spear just immediately comes up. And looks like someone's hands going there. Oh, it's Urek. Urek just stopped it. That's cool. That's a cool panel. Urek just stopping the spear from coming and hitting Rohan. He glares. And Neo immediately puts the Shinsu in the back of his head. I'm not in the mood to kill anyone just yet, so scram. I think that's a pretty cool line. You're they just book it. From here on out, we should consider everyone who's not on our team the enemy. It's a good thing we're starting out a good distance away from the others. Yeah, agreed. I'll be more careful. Rue and Evelyn's team. Oh, we actually got to see their other teammate. Because I'm pretty sure we haven't. Well, does anyone have a plan? We should probably look for the crown first, right? And then what? Oh, so this dude's the other guy. Is he a wave controller because of his wand and he kind of looks like a wizard? Is he a wave controller? Then we sit in the crown. Then we sit on the crown No, I'm pretty sure he means on the thing. But then we sit on the throne for as long as possible. So we win the game. So we can win the game. No, that'd be a rookie mistake. Oh, really? Yes, you see, I have a different plan. Once we find the crown, we'll stay far away from the throne and keep ourselves hidden. Then, right before the test ends, we swoop in and sit on the throne. I love this image of Evelyn on the throne with her smirk and Rue looking all beautiful with the sparkles. That way, we can become the sole winners of the game. Oh, interesting. So they're kind of trying to metagame it and be like, hey, no one's gonna get accumulated time, and we are gonna be the only ones to sit on the throne. So we're the only ones within the rules who can pass, and we're gonna be the sole winners. That's interesting. And we'll advance to the next floor without having to suffer through any more tests. Aren't I so sneaky and smart? I came up with a plan just for you. And she puts she makes a heart with the thing. That's a genius plan, Evelyn. These two are adorable. I love this guy, this dude, this old man. Are adorable. Rue and Evelyn's teammate Sancho. I like Sancho. He's cool. I like his design. We normally don't get to see old people in Tarragon. Let's go and find the crown then. You see, that's where we could run into a bit of a problem. What kind of problem? We don't have any light bearers on the team, which means our chances of finding the crown first are about as slim as a sugar on a diet soda. Basically, we won't be able to use my my amazing genius plan. Grandpa Sancho, 2 kids and the old man. Yes. It's okay, Evelyn. I'm sure we can figure something out. He tries to re-encourage her. So adorable. How about this then? Let's follow a team that has a skilled light bearer. Follow another team. Yes, we'll probably locate the crown before the others. They'll probably locate the crown. We'll snatch it up as soon as they find it, then follow Evelyn's original plan and make a run for it. How do you come up with such an incredible idea? So this is what they mean when they say age brings wisdom. Oh, you flatter me. Anyone could come up with that. I very much like this dynamic. I think this is my favorite team. Just because of the dynamic between all of them. Not true at all. Not at all. You're a true genius. You're my idol. He just brushes his beard. Adorable. But wouldn't a skilled light bearer notice we're tailing them right away? No need to worry about that. Remember, Evelyn and I are both scouts. Oh, he's a scout. Interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. I thought he was definitely going to be a wave controller. We can use our observers and to keep a low profile. Is this Evelyn's observer? That's so cool looking. It has to be Evelyn's observer. It has the little, it's customized. It has the little things that she has. Where's her hair? There it is. It has her little hair things. That's a cool observer design. I like that. I say he's been doing a lot of that kind of stuff with the needles and the spears, and everything has like a unique design. It's not all like the same blue or red or something different color needle. They all have a personalized design. It's really cool. Rue, you can wait a safe distance with your spear in case things go south, while we follow the other team. Got it. I'll try my best. I very much like, again, since we're on the second floor and we're following these regulars. Yeah, the main character is Urek, and Urek doesn't care about any of these positions because he's so strong. But for every other person, it really matters. Like, they're talking about the light bearer position, and they're talking about the scout position, and they're talking about like, Rue, you're the spear bearer. You go far away and fire your spear if we need it. Like they're using the positions, and I think that's just really cool. I don't think I'm not one of the people that say that positions got irrelevant after a while, because they still show up every now and then. Like certain aspects of positions appear every now and then later on into the story, of course they do. But it was definitely a lot more prevalent in the early parts of Tower God, more so than now. Urek's team is very offense oriented, but no info gatherers. Yeah, very much so. They don't have any light bearer or scouts. They are very attack oriented. A good scout won't get caught after all. Yeah, I mean, at least they could use their observers to look from a further distance away. Now our first task is to find the team with a light bearer. Are you ready? They both cheer, yes. I don't know why I just kind of read, are you ready? It's like, are you ready, kids? Like the SpongeBob pirate voice. This whole panel just gives me that energy. Oh, are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Okay, so we got Sancho and Evelyn peeking through. There, a light bearer. It's impressive that he can already control 3 lighthouses. He must be a puppet out. They mentioned it again, like how that's a very skilled thing to be able to do right off the bat. I'm willing to bet they already located the crown. Let's follow them then. Let's do it. So you thought of that intro too? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why I just immediately thought of the intro of SpongeBob with that panel. Rue, make sure to keep a safe distance. Be careful. I will. You too. It's cool. Again, it's cool seeing the positions, but also like I don't know how comfortable I am with Rue staying that far behind with no protection. A few minutes later, now we see Evelyn's observer. We've been following them for a while. I wonder where they're headed. They're talking in whispers and hushes. And I didn't even mention it. We see, so let me go back. So this guy, we saw him in the GOAT game. He was like very snarky and was saying like, oh, who shall I eliminate or something. So he was able to keep up with the GOAT's initial hand movements in that game. So he's somewhat decently skilled. And this dude is a fisherman. He's part of Urek's class. So you have a light bearer, fisherman, and he's not a fisherman, so I don't know what he is actually. I don't think we saw him in the spear bearer thing, so he could be a scout or a wave controller. I would probably lean more towards scout. So maybe scout, wave controller, fisherman. Not the worst combination, to be fair. They kind of spread out. Oh, and they actually go in different directions. So these two go on their own, and the Pobedao goes by himself, but he leaves a lighthouse with them just in case. Okay, they're splitting up. I'm going after the light bearer, Sancho. Follow the others. I guess we'll have no choice. I mean, it's smart that the great family head goes against the other great family head. Just kind of like a matchup thing. Let me know if you need help, Evelyn. Got it. I'm not so sure about this. We see some dripping. What am I looking at? Oh no. I was like, what's happening here? But I just saw Evelyn running and with the observer. We see Evelyn like hiding behind a rock. And we see the Pobedao guy with his 2 lighthouses now. He keeps going deeper and deeper. Wait, could this be a trap? Oh, that's cool. He just looks back and his eyes are glowing blue. Everyone her head just looks over. Took you a while to figure it out. She freezes in place. Of course, an excellent light bearer can catch a good scout. Yeah. To be fair, we don't know how good of a scout Evelyn is. To be honest, we know he's a really good light bearer. Like he's skilled. He's a very skilled light bearer, but we don't know how skilled of a scout she is so far. We don't have really a way to say that. We just know she's strong. So like she could be like a scout like Hots, like that's still very strong, but we don't know how skilled she is in the overall position. I don't know. I knew you were telling me the entire time. Unfortunately for you, what I was looking for wasn't the crown. It was a site for your grave. I don't know, I just can't take this dude seriously after earlier in this chapter, but still. But it looks cool. These are good panels. Lopobia Evelyn. I just realized there's Lopobia and Pobedao. Huh. Interesting how that works. Obviously, that wasn't a coincidence at all. But, yeah. Whoa. Alright. Hello, the bull. Hey, buddy. We just haven't seen you since season 1. Oh my goodness. And the new art style. You can see, like, his skin. You can literally see his scales. He's just as weird looking as I remembered him. Wow. Again, I love how he doesn't he didn't change any of these designs like that drastically either. He just made them in the new art style. So cool. You know, think about it. You're right. Yeah. The Pobedao team is pretty well balanced. Yeah. It was a pretty well balanced team from what I saw. Damn, but this also is huge. I know it was big in season 1, but still, it's very large. Where did this monster come from? Shoot. Did he teleport away? You sneaky little snake. She brings out her needle. Did he teleport away? Oh, wait, is that why he gave the other lighthouse to the dude? But lighthouse teleportation, that is... Again, this Pobedao dude is really skilled for a light bearer. He can control 3 lighthouses and use lighthouse teleportation. Again, Kun couldn't do that on the 2nd floor. Damn. Like, I think Kun's stronger than this dude, like in generally speaking. But this dude's a better light bearer than Kun, definitely. At least on the 2nd floor. You're just gonna leave me here to die? I mean, hey, that's a great plan from the Pobedao dude. He was like, hey, see you. And he left the other lighthouse with his team for that purpose. He really is an excellent light bearer, yeah. Like, teleport, I forgot, like, when we saw Kun first do teleportation. Obviously, it was in season 2, but, like, I forgot when he did that, like, specifically. Obviously, I'm sure he could have done it, like, since the 20th floor, but still, I don't remember when we saw him first doing a teleportation with the lighthouse. Oh no. Yeah, Evelyn is in a horrible position. Like, the bull, like, remember how strong the bull is. You have to, like, the bull in season 1, like from Shibisu's like point of view, the bull was stronger, like not really amplified that much by Ren at that point. When he first encountered the bull, Shibisu said, "It's not that the bull is weak. To be honest, the bull could probably beat every single other regular combined if they all try to attack him. That means Hot, Kun, Rack, like all of these other regulars." And Endorsi was destroying the bull. But that's just because that's how, like, to show how much stronger Endorsi, a full Princess of Jihad, is compared to all the other regulars. So again, the only people I think on this, the only people on the second floor that I can think of that could like beat the bull are the princess and Urek. Damn. Or to be fair, actually, now that I think about it, Evelyn does, like, she is an anima from the Lobobia family, and she's, again, we know, like, they're setting up this whole thing about her not being able to control animals. What if she can control the bull? That'd be sick. Oh no. Rue, Sancho, I need your help. Like, I don't think Evelyn's dying, but still, I wonder how she gets out of the situation. Please, help me, please. It seems the first time Kun used Lighthouse teleportation is during the workshop battle. Though chances you could probably done it earlier. He simply didn't have he just didn't do it. And yeah, I know that he's probably been able to do it since the second floor. But I think the first time we saw him do a teleportation thing was on the workshop battle. I don't think we saw. Because, I mean, he could have definitely done it, because I'm pretty sure... No. I was about to say something dumb. Never mind. Help me, please. Oh, wait. Is Evelyn... Never mind. Never mind about the bull thing. Is she gonna control the queen? Dude, that's incredible. Is she gonna control the queen? That's amazing. Wait. Okay, so we cut back. So we're just gonna wait somewhere near the throne, right? Correct. That's our only option since we don't have a light bearer. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, they're very attack focused. I mean, Neo as a wave controller can definitely have some variety, and Urek is just OP strong, so we will lie in wait until a team with a light bearer brings the crown over. Then we'll take it from them. That's a pretty scummy plan. I wonder who came up with it. Personally, I think it's a genius plan. I did, of course. Yeah, it wasn't a compliment. Yeah. Well, she's the kid. If she's the kid of who we think it is, it checks out. Fair, honestly. If she's the kid of Robodon is one of the most skilled animals, to the point that Tromrai gave him Gran Abuelo. He's the only Lobobia who can control a plant. Aside from Tromrai, of course. Tromrai could probably also control Gran Abuelo. But that was like a whole thing of like, oh, something Kirin said about that. Kirin was like, you're the only Lobobia who can control a plant. Hey, mind if I step away for a bit? And there we go. Urek is just going to go fight a ranker. Hey, huh? Is something the matter? Oh no, just need to meet up with someone, that's all. You won't be gone for too long, right? Of course not, unless I decide to have some fun with it. It should only take about 10 seconds. I wonder if that's true. Obviously, I think Urek is stronger than Danjon. Like, that much is clear. Like, even if there was any hesitation on me thinking that before, like seeing how Danjon reacted to the massive bong that Urek made, that very much seals it. For me now, it's just like, oh, Urek and Rahab, like, what are their confrontation gonna be like? more than Danjon, but I still would want to see Danjon do something against Urek. He's not gonna do anything like beat him or obviously, but I want to see him put up a fight, like maybe like do some cool stuff. And Urek is not gonna use the power of light. He's probably gonna try to use Shinsu to beat Danjon, and that's probably what's gonna make him not beat him instantly or something. I don't know. Danjon's just waiting menacingly. I do like Danjon's normal outfit. I think it's cool. Dun dun. I've been waiting for you, Mazino. There's a shine. Oh, and Rahab is looking at a lighthouse. Now, Danjon, that's not where he's supposed to be. Oh, I guess Rahab didn't know about this. Yeah, he wouldn't. Why would he know? For some reason, I thought he knew about this thing happening. No, Danjon and Urek made that thing, like, secretly by themselves. Like, not even Rahab would know about that whole confrontation that was gonna happen. Oh, and that's the end. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know where to kind of leave off, actually. Where it's a good panel to leave it at. I don't know if there's a good panel in this too. Not saying that there's not a good panel, I'm just saying that I don't know where to leave it off at. You know what? I actually do know specifically where I'm going to leave it off at, just because it's funny. There you go. Perfect. I'm going to leave it there. Good chapters. This is building up to an exciting crown game, very much so. I feel like obviously I don't think the crown game like itself matters that much to the point that like we don't build up that I say that, but also to be fair, in season 1 we also didn't build up that much of the regulars. Most of the regulars were just goofy designs that were just kind of there to show like the main characters being strong or some type of thing like that. Most of the characters in season 1 weren't in the test, weren't that important either. There was like a handful, like probably like 13 of them that were actually somewhat important characters. Yeah. Well, Urek will be testing out his Shinsu abilities so Danjon can get some opportunities. Yes, I do think that's how it's going to be played out, and I think that's a good way to play it out. Urek is trying to use Shinsu instead of his like power that he knows more about. So I think that's when Danjon can get some some hits in. I don't know how much damage they're going to do, but I'm just excited to see that fight. I think that's just a fun fight. And we can see, like how Urek said, his first real fight of this story. And I think that may happen next chapter. Yeah. Yeah, but it's just really, these are fun chapters. It's just, I don't know. This chapter started off crazy. Like I put the penguin up there for a reason. What's the penguin gonna do? Like, please tell me the penguin is important to the story, and the penguin just like, I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna like, I can't even say like what he's gonna do. Like, why introduce this penguin if he's not gonna be someone important? Well, depending on how many Evelyn cutaways we get, that's true. Evelyn, I feel like Evelyn's team and Urek's team are definitely the focus. The only other people like that could be focused on are maybe the princess, but even then, her teammates aren't really like, I don't know if they're that interesting to be expanded on. We'll see. But yeah, it's just very enjoyable chapters overall. Hopefully, I'm not even gonna say anything anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna keep being busy. So, I'm gonna try my best to never make it more than 3 chapters that we're gonna have to read or react to. I want at least, I mean, at most 3 chapters, you know, of I don't want it to go over that because that's gonna be too long of a stream, I think. But other than that, yeah, yeah, I mean, I like these chapters. I think for some reason the thing that stuck out to me the most was the 13 Warrior Crown game. I think that's just a sick addition to the lore of the Crown game that was really cool to learn about, and now we know how Jihad became the leader of the 13 Warriors. And that's just cool. That's just really dope. Again, other than that, we had some really funny comedy panels. I feel like these chapters were a lot of just build up, but it was just still enjoyable chapters, a build up. Yeah. It's some good speculation, yeah. All right. I don't think there's much else for me to say. I think I've said all my piece during these reactions. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. And yeah, see you guys next time.